And welcome back, everybody, to This Week in Wrestling. I am Adam. This is
El Champador Libre, brochachos.
So you wearing the mask now to hide the big old bump on your head from what I gave you last week?
No, this is just my theme for the week. Champ's already healed. Champ heals up like that, like Wolverine wishes he healed like the Champ does. But in regards to last week, by the way, between you and me, that issue is put aside, but the real issue is between me and the chair. See, the chair hit the Champ. And Champ can't go too much into it because there is an active lawsuit right now against the chair. But we do have our court hearing this coming week. And the Champ's feeling strong in his victory over this chair in the court of law. So.
Did it put a tamper on your Penguin tour?
No. If anything, it boosted my tour. The Penguins felt sympathy for the Champ. Came out. I even got a couple killer whales to show up as well. And by the way, it was all free of charge for all these lovely little penguins too. Champ did it all for charity. Champ did it all for charity. Okay.
Charity.
Yeah, all charity. You know, all of it for the
Are
penguins.
you sure you don't have a bump on your head, like right there?
No, the Champ's positive.
Sure.
Yeah, Champ heals. Like, quit poking the Champ before the Champ pokes you in a way you don't want to be poked.
Okay. Well, guys, this is This Week in Wrestling. We are getting to everything. You ready to go ahead? Oh, before we go real quick, we are going to go through some quick housekeeping. I know we go through a lot of housekeeping on this channel. This Week in Wrestling is going to be changed to now Monday night uploads. Reason for that, we want to be able to have a Friday and a Friday Night SmackDown and a Monday night all together. It's a shorter time than going from Monday to Friday. Just kind of makes it easier for us. And somebody's got another tremendous tour coming up.
Yes, very big. It's in the works. Champ's still working on the big tour. You will hear about it on next week's video. This tour is going to outdo any tour known to man. Another reason, too, of why we're going to do this on Monday nights now is because we can also kind of conquest for pay-per-view weekends. We can kind of encompass everything in one shot.
Yeah.
As far as, we'll cover the go-home for that Friday leading into the pay-per-view. We'll give our predictions, and then we just lost our lighting for no reason whatsoever.
What kind of place are you running here?
No. Why didn't you pay the light bill?
I did pay the light bill. It's so long.
You didn't pay the light bill. And since you are useless while you finish this housekeeping, the Champ is going to go and do an express pay on our light bill right now.
Because we'll be right back.
The Champ.
I paid the bill.
No, you didn't.
It's headquarters.
I had to call and make the expressman pay on the Champ's dime because someone couldn't do it here for the corporation.
Well, it's fine that you do something.
We talk with the Champ. Does all the touring. He does all the press for this show because no one cares about your ugly mug. Everyone wants to see this gorgeous face.
That's why you put a mask on it?
It's too gorgeous and beautiful for people to look at. They can't take it all in.
Or is it because of that bump on your head?
The bump is gone. What bump? Is there like a bump in your glasses or something that you just can't get out of your head?
Don't touch my glasses.
I didn't touch them. Look, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
I'm going to get that chair again.
No, the chair has been subpoenaed. He's until the court hearing has been settled.
Okay, guys. Sorry about that. We're back to business here.
Yes.
Okay, so like I was saying, it's going to be Monday. Don't worry, though. You are still going to be getting your predictions video this Saturday, so you can have it in time for Hell in a Cell. Yeah, so we're going to have that going on. But we did have wrestling this week, so let's go ahead and go into it. Let's start with Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, let's start with Friday.
On Fox?
Good starting point. On FX.
On FX. So
sorry, FX has the movies. That's Fox.
Yeah, that's true, they do. So, as we did learn, Roman Reigns will be taking on Jey Uso in the Hell in a Cell in an I Quit match.
I Quit match in a Hell in a Cell?
Yes.
They're doing 2 in
gimmicks.
1 matches. Ooh. The Champ, doesn't like the overly gimmicked, Okay, that's a lie. The champ loves overly gimmick. That's a complete lie, people.
I was gonna say, are you lying through your teeth right now?
Yeah, no, the champ loves over gimmicks. It'll be a first I Quit match inside of Hell in a Cell. I like it.
Yeah,
Champ
good.
likes it a lot. It opens up the opportunity for a lot of doors and windows, and it could be good. You can get, Jimmy in there. You can get some run-in from maybe Nia Jax, putting the bolstering to Roman Reigns. Who knows?
You can really get the Samoan family going here.
You could even though I know they're not going to do this, but it is something that could happen. It could be very, very, very fun. Is you have Paul Heyman turn on good old Horsetooth Champ McGee there and have Brock Lesnar return.
Interesting.
Even though Brock Lesnar will only ever be on Raw.
Yeah.
But anyways, that should be fun. That should be interesting.
It's going to be a good match. It's going to be very devastating, hard match. There's going to be a lot of people getting hurt in that match. And I wouldn't doubt that there's actually some blood in this match.
Yeah, or someone gets thrown off the top of the cell.
Mick Foley style?
No, they're going to have precautions. They're not going to let someone possibly die like Mick Foley.
Shane McMahon style?
Or as, Mrs. Champ calls him, brown tights.
Brown tights.
Brown tights. You know why he wore those brown tights that particular day?
Because he probably what himself?
So that way no one would ever know.
Mm-hmm. What do you think Odell plays for the Browns?
Yep.
Okay, so starting off SmackDown, we had Stephanie and Triple H making their first appearance in God knows how long together as the former authority figures to introduce the new SmackDown roster. It was actually nice to see them.
Yeah, it's nice to see them because there was a while there where they were just overly on TV and it was too much. There was a point in time where literally the authority started every show and Triple H had like a 15 to 20 minute promo.
Yeah.
And it just,
Yeah.
Now Triple H being more of that authority figure, don't show him all the time.
Yeah.
When it's needed, show him this was a big thing, the draft, new rosters, everything of that nature. So
it worked out. It was really good. I liked it.
Yes. El Ciampador agrees.
Yeah. We move on to the New Day's last match as a trio.
Tore El Ciampador's heartstrings.
Yeah, that was hard.
It tore him. But Big E will still be part of the New Day, doing his own thing.
On SmackDown.
Well-deserved singles run time for Mr. Big E Langstonian.
Yeah. They had that match versus Sheamus, Cesaro, and Nakamura.
And they brought the bar back together.
They did do the bar. It was a really cool thing. I liked it. It was cool. It was a right way to send everything off.
Yes.
Also, in the beginning promo, we had Daniel Bryan finally make his first appearance inside the Thunderdome. He did give a quick promo. Then Seth Rollins does come out and says, I am the Messiah. And Daniel Bryan was like, but I'm Daniel Bryan. I am DB. I am the Yes Movement. I am
the Planet's Champion.
I am the vegan. I am tapping one of the Bellas.
Yes. Yes, he is.
And then with that, we had the Mysterio family come down to kind of help out. And then we had Buddy Murphy come down. And Buddy Murphy finally, after weeks and months, finally turns on Seth Rollins.
Yes. We were all waiting for the disciple, a.k.a. Buddy McMurphin, to turn. And it was magical. And then he offers the olive branch out to the Mysterio family.
And they were like...
So we will see how that goes.
The rest of the night we had the Street Profits versus Dolph Ziggler and the glorious one, Bobby Roode, for the Tag Team Championship.
Glorious one.
Yes, it's back. He's back. He is glorious. It was good. Street Profits win the match. I got no problem with it. It's going to be kind of weird to see who they can kind of take on as tag teams going further. I don't want them to get stuck in the same rut they were on Raw.
Yeah, no, I mean, they need to put together some good tag teams, get some good tag teams rolling, see who can mesh together well, or just get some already established tag team talent and move maybe some tag teams from NXT, bring them up, that sort of mumbo jumbo that they normally do.
And then we had the contract signing between Sasha and Bayley.
Karen,
I'm sorry. I do apologize. Karen. They had the contract signing. Sasha was like, I'm going to beat you, you know what? Bayley was like, I'm the champ. I have my chair. Ah, she got her own chair.
All right.
You know, the kind of chair that got to hit you in the head. So
the
then,
chair that's going to be in a lawsuit this week.
But that happened. Sasha goes ahead and signs the contract. Just done. And then Bayley never signs the contract.
That's typical Karen move.
Mm-hmm.
So El Champador likes it. You know, it's a strong Karen move. Really establishes her, you know, Karen-ness. And, you know, we'll see what happens.
What comes from it?
I think, you know, I think come, you know, Hell in a Cell, we'll probably see. I can see something, too, of maybe coming up on Friday. They're still trying to get her to sign it. And, you know, she still won't sign it. And Sasha knocks out Karen and then puts the pen in Karen's hand and then moves her hand to have El Signatoro on the contracto.
I can say that, too. We ended up the night with Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. The last time Braun will be going against Roman for the championship on SmackDown. I think that was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Of course, Roman puts Braun away very quickly.
With a guillotine. Very weird that he choked or he tapped out or choked out Braun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Was not expecting. I was expecting spear, Superman punch, spear, put him away. No, it goes with a guillotine. Put him away with it.
Yeah. I didn't know how to feel. Champador didn't know how to feel about that.
I didn't know either. Then Roman goes on a tear. He just beats up Braun with a chair, and then Jay comes out and is like, no, it's my time kind of thing. And Roman goes out of the ring. That kind of ends up SmackDown. Those were the highlights from SmackDown. I thought SmackDown was actually pretty good.
I mean, overall, you know, Champador gives it an A.
Yeah.
It was good. New roster, fresh faces, fresh feuds to go with. So that'll be nice fuel for the fire for, you know, a handful of months to come until everyone's tired of it again and they want another shakeup of the rosters.
Then we move on to Raw this evening. Raw to me felt different, but in a good different. It was very... What's the word I'm looking here for, champ? Refreshed. It felt new. It felt exciting.
Like
again.
Someone sprayed some Febreze all over.
There you go. Some Febreze in it.
Some Febreze Raw.
It's like you just went out to the car wash and you got the new car smell put into your car.
Yes, because you went nose blind to the smell you were smelling of your old stinky gym socks in the back, and then someone just magic freshness.
By the way, Febreze, you owe some money.
Yes.
What I mean by that, we had Alexa Bliss open up the night with her standing in the middle of the ring and saying, "Let me in." The Fiend music happens. The Fiend comes out, does this whole thing, and they're standing there in the middle of the ring, holding hand in hand, and it was like, what is this going on?
Yes. El Champador approves of that message.
Yes.
And fully supports it. They have my full endorsement there. That is just a great way to open it, because now you are establishing them together, and since it was the season premiere of Raw, having the Fiend open in that manner is establishing those two as the dominant figures to come on Raw. Yes. So that means, you know, big things will be coming with the Fiend is El Champador's most educated fact right there. And it will be, I mean, he may not be in many title runs. Yes, we've had this argument, but he will have big stories against big people, building up people, taking down people. And I think first on his radar is going to be Retribution.
Yes, being Retribution, they did come out and they did interrupt the Fiend and Alexa Bliss standing in the middle of the ring, which was very interesting to me.
Sold it.
Well, here's the thing, though. They are just sitting there, doing their thing in the middle of the ring. Lights go out again. They're gone, and out comes the best thing going on and faction-wise in wrestling right now in the Hurt Business.
The Hurt Business. God, they are fantastic.
I fully approve of the Hurt Business.
Yes.
And we did have ourselves an 8-man tag match versus Retribution and the Hurt Business. And the Hurt Business did not look good in this match.
No. No bueno.
They did not look good. They looked very weak and everything, and the masks that they are wearing do not work for them. I think what they need to do is do something different.
They're trying to look a lot like Slipknot.
Yeah, but the masks don't work.
No.
They're not functional, and it's not there.
Maybe like a nice, sock over the mouth, or
Something.
a ski mask.
Or, we're in the middle of this right now. Just give them a face mask. And
Yeah, exactly. Face mask. Or maybe just some eye paint. Maybe some funky looking face paint that says, I'm from the underground,
Yeah.
and,
But,
not digital underground, but, from the underground.
Yeah, and then later on in the night, Mustafa Ali did have a hell of a promo where he talks about that he was the SmackDown hacker. He is looking to end injustice. They are looking to have justice upon these so-called superstars that were left to rot.
So pretty much he's Batman. That's the gist of this whole thing is what I'm getting is Mufasa Ali wants to be Batman. First he tried to be Sub-Zero. Now he wants to be Batman.
Yeah. So that's what he's kind of going for. I think the loss hurt them more than anything, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they get it back this next week, going to the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Her Business does not have a match yet, so we'll see.
I think this will be our first taste of Retribution on a pay-per-view.
Yeah. We then move on to the night. We did have Matt Riddle and AJ Styles with AJ's new giant.
Yes, that was a very, very
big man.
Large man behind AJ Styles, who we still don't know
Yeah.
who he is, and he obviously hasn't been on anything NXT TV related that we're aware of.
Yeah.
We don't know if they found some gigantic dude who looks stellar in a suit, by the way, on the street and gave him $20 to just stand there and not do anything.
He is huge.
I think he's a genuine 7-footer. I think AJ Styles was right smack dab in the middle of his belly button.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
AJ Styles, let's go ahead and win this match in a very good contest versus Matt Riddle, though.
Yeah, the Riddle Bro is showing some strong efforts, and the El Champador here sees a very bright future in the King of the Bros future.
And then we had the weirdest Raw Women's Championship match, I think, in history. We have Asuka versus Lana.
Yeah.
It was bad. Legend. It was not good. Lana is not...
She's not an in-ring talent.
No, she's a hell of a manager, but she is not an in-ring person. I'm sorry to say. She's got a lot of talent, but she does not belong in the ring. I think this was her final send-off. We will not probably be seeing Lana after tonight.
And we'll probably see her in AEW in a few months' time.
What's AEW?
AEW.
Sorry, all we do is WWE. I don't know what that is.
I know, but I'm just saying, you got to diversify your bonds, my dude.
Oh, got it.
You got to diversify and at least know where these people end up.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. AEW is, it's there. It's the middle of the week. It's Wednesdays. Wacky Wednesdays.
Wacky Wednesdays. But yeah, they did put it to the table again for the 5th time in a row. Bye-bye, Lana. That's all I got to say. So we move on to the rest of the night. We had the weirdest fatal 4-way match out of nowhere of 4 women teams. We had Nia Jax and Shayna, Mandy and Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce. Did you just break up her in a team to put as a singles, and now you put it back as a team?
Yeah. No, that's a head scratcher in the champ size.
Yeah, and then you put the Riot Squad, who's on SmackDown, back on Raw.
They were desperate. It just screams desperation to El Champador.
I don't know. It was a head scratcher for me. I didn't understand it. It was an entertaining match overall. I think these ladies will probably put on a good show for the remaining part of this time until probably Charlotte comes back and some of the other bigger women come back. But yeah, it's not a dark time, but it is a shadowy time for the women's division on Raw.
Especially with the women's tag team going on.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Nia Jax and Shayna end up winning the match by defeating, I think it was Liv Morgan or whoever, but they end up winning that match. Moving on, we did have Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus in a match. Big E was in the Thunderdome, rooting on his brothers from the Thunderdome. It was really cool to see. Entertaining match. Nice something filler. And then we had The Miz and Morrison versus Tucker and the El Gran Gordo.
The champ's favorite segment of the night and his new favorite wrestler, El Gran Gordo. Tucker scoured the earth. He even hit up the champ for the help because the champ has a lot of low connections in very high places, and El Champador here was able to help acquire El Gran Gordo to help Mr. Tucker in a very short moment's time.
Yeah, he only had 30 minutes to find somebody.
Yeah, no, and El Champador here.
Were you like his first or third phone call?
I was actually his phone call before his first phone call.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I was the 0 phone call.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I picked up the champ phone and poof, like that. El Gordo. Which, total fun segment of the night.
Yeah.
Best segment of the night. It's still a mystery as to who El Gran Gordo is. He keeps his identity very, very hush-hush. Even though more hush-hush than El Champador does.
But he likes ham, though.
Hey, who doesn't love a good ham?
Yeah.
Some
You
ham
got Thanksgiving
hogs
coming up.
Yes, we do. We do have Thanksgiving coming up very soon. So
fun segment, though. Overall, this is what wrestling is. Also, guys, it is a soap opera. It is a fun time, but it also is
nice comic relief.
Good comic relief going on
as well.
So
in there.
I know Wrestle Talks are going to probably say they hate this,
but
you know what?
Great.
It's good comedy.
Probably the highest rated segment of the show, in El Champador's opinion.
And then we move on to Mr. Keith Lee versus Braun Strowman.
But before we get to the Piece de Resistance, we got to talk about a little bit about the Firefly Funhouse. So Alexa Bliss was introduced.
I do apologize for that.
On the Firefly Funhouse.
So it was a very not weird, I should say, but a very fun. I think a little too long of a segment, but that's just my personal opinion.
No one cares about your personal opinion.
Bray then goes on. He's just having his way with the Fireflies and everything, and all the different guys in the Firefly Funhouse, going back and forth, crazy nonsense as he always does. But the last 30 seconds, he opens up the door, and who walks in? Miss Alexa Bliss, in her best Freddy Krueger gimmick, and says, "I'm here."
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the end of the promo.
Yep, and so it'll be interesting to see where they go with it. El Champador approves, has his seal of approval.
So Alexa Bliss and The Fiend have both their characters. They both have the fun, gimmicky side of things, but they have the serious side as well. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. I do applaud WWE, and I think we both applaud WWE for doing this with Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
She is a hell of a talent, but to give her this role instead of... They were actually thinking about giving this to Liv Morgan.
Ugh.
So I am very impressed how Alexa Bliss has done with this. Moving on for the main event of the night, we did have Mr. Keith Lee versus Braun Strowman.
Yes, Mr. Keith, Levi jeans facing the man who should be wearing a pair of Levi jeans instead of the camo cargo pants.
Mm-hmm.
But
just two big men fighting each other.
Yeah, it's a lot of man in that match.
Yeah.
And I mean, if anyone's going to powerbomb Braun Strowman, it is definitely Mr. Keith Levi jeans.
And speaking of the powerbomb, he did go for the powerbomb. Braun Strowman then goes up and gives him the low blow with the back of his head. Ends up finishing him off with a big boot. Maybe it's a new finisher. We don't know. It was different though.
And then Keith Lee lines up for the 60-yard field goal attempt, and boy, did he nail all of it.
Just, ugh.
NFL, eat your heart out on that kick. Woo!
I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Yeah, no, the champ had to go to the doctors after watching that one.
Yeah, so did I. I mean, shoot. But then the night did end with Randy Orton giving his promo to Drew McIntyre. That's been going on for too long now. We get it. This is how it's going to end. This will probably be the final match. Just finish it finally.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Put a nail in that coffin.
Again!
My lord.
We're just going to finish it.
Yeah, we're just going to finish it. I got to make another call again because apparently someone keeps messing things up here. But, all in all, Raw, good show, fresh start, fresh rosters. El Champador loves it here. What else do you have to add?
I like both shows. I thought it was really well done. Very happy with both shows. Keep it up, guys. Please keep the momentum going. This is what the WWE needs right now.
Yes, and also, this Saturday you will see our predictions for Hell in a Cell, and where I will be the retaining and still undefeated pay-per-view champ. And also keep in tune for Saturday as well, because the champ will be announcing his next tour. It is going to be out of this world. And nothing like this will ever have been done. It's going to be off the charts. Everyone's going to be getting on the champ's level. The champ is going to reset the bar on the tour game.
Is that a metal chair over there?
All metal chairs have been barred from the champ's premises. Champ has a restraining order on all metal chairs of at least 100 feet or a good swinging distance. Okay? The champ is safe until this lawsuit is done. You will also find out the results of the coming lawsuit on Saturday's video between the champ and the steel chair. It's actually become the people versus the steel chair. That's how heavy it has gotten in. So,
all right, guys. Well, thank you very much for sitting down with us for this last 25 minutes, 30 minutes with us. Have a good one. We will see you on Saturday for our predictions. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a good one. Also, don't forget to tune in for Wednesday for when we do all about sports.
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 Have a good night, guys.